I believe the guy should be responsible and be able to take care of himself. I'm not asking that a person be a millionaire. I believe that people can, improve their lives. That's not a problem. But you have to start with something basic. Like, I'm capable of taking care of myself, of earning a living, pay my bills, and not, depend on my parents. Do you want to learn how to not betray yourself and be loyal to who you are? If that's the case, keep watching. Hi, my name is Amina. I'm a life coach and I'm here to help you with some tips and to answer some questions you might have. So if you have questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you like what I do here, please subscribe, like, and share and help me spread the word and help other people. Okay, today I want to talk about how to be loyal to yourself when you are in relationships. And that's very important because when we are with a new person, we are very excited, especially when we have had many failed relationships. So that's actually for people who are very positive. But yeah, you're going to be, you can be very excited because you like that person makes you feel alive and you just want to be with them all the time, but you still need to go to work because you need to pay your bills. And yes, so how do you make sure you don't lose yourself in this relationship, especially if the person starts to behave in a shady way? And now, because you have strong feelings for that person, now you stay stuck and you don't even know how to leave anymore. So that's what I want to talk about today. Number one that I would advise is decide that what you want matter. So usually people who struggle with affirming themselves to stay loyal to themselves, it's because they believe that what they want doesn't matter, they don't matter, or they have low self-esteem, low self-worth, things like that. They believe that they are beneath other people. And so when they are in a relationship, especially with somebody that is very dominant, they tend to shrink and accept everything. And so you have to say, I am not low, I'm not beneath anybody. Nobody's better than me. I'm not better than anybody. And what I want really matters. So if somebody crosses the line, I need to speak for myself because what I want matters. And so that's one way for you. You have to remember all the time that what you want matters. So you cannot accept to be treated in a certain way. It's not fair for you. You deserve better. So number two is you need to define your values and identify them. So you need to identify them and define them. So what do I mean by that? You are in a relationship. What are your deal breakers? What are the things you are willing to compromise on? What are the things you can accept? And what are the things you reject? Who do you want to be in a relationship? Who will you refuse to be in a relationship? So define this very clearly. And one way you can do that is one suggestion that I can give you is you can go online on YouTube and you look for videos that talk about the mistakes that women usually make in relationships. So when you watch those videos, you can identify the mistake you have made and the mistake you usually make when you are in relationship, and that could be a good start. So if you tend to want to go too fast, if you tend to trust people too fast, that's a good start, and you can write on your list the values. So I am somebody who takes my time and take the time to vet the person to make sure that they're not here to harm me. I am somebody who doesn't accept to be abused. I'm somebody who doesn't accept to be talked down. At least it's clear for you. So you can start with that, or you can ask yourself, what are the things that I don't do well in relationship? Or you can even ask people around you who know how you are in relationship, and they can tell you, oh, you know what, I've always wanted to tell you to not do this or not do that. That's a good start. And so based on that, you can define your values. Okay, my mother told me that I tend to this, so I don't want to do this anymore in my relationships. That's how you can build your values. Or something else you can do also is you can ask yourself, what's most important for me in my life? So if one answer that comes is taking care of the people that are important for me. So if you're a single mother, for example, your child is sick and the guy you date wants to see you, you know that your value is taking care of your child rather than running to be with a guy, for example. So number 3 is identify what you want in a man. So you create a list and you define on your list what you want in a man. You can ask yourself, what is most important for me in a man when I'm in a relationship? So I want the person to be loyal. I want the person to be kind. I want the person to be respectful. I want the person to be family oriented. I want the person to want to have children. I want the person to not want to have children. I want somebody who is always willing to try new things. You create your list and you put what is really important. But the way I would suggest you to do that is do the character first, and then second you can go to the physical attributes, and number 3 you can go to financial situations and things like that, because I believe that the character is the most important. And then of course physical attraction, you need to be attracted to that person, and then the financial situation, because if you are a woman who takes care of herself, that is very independent, I don't think you will be very comfortable to be with a guy who still lives with his parents in the basement and doesn't pay anything, any bills, doesn't have any job. So all that is very important. Now some women don't mind, other women, for them it's very important. In my case, I believe the guy should be responsible and be able to take care of himself. I'm not asking that a person be a millionaire. I believe that people can, improve their lives. That's not a problem. But you have to start with something basic. Like, I'm capable of taking care of myself, of earning a living, pay my bills, and not, depend on my parents at 38 years old, for example. So yeah, that's how I would suggest you do the list. You make the list. Okay, so the next point is set your boundaries, define them when dating without being guarded. Okay, so you define your boundaries. You set your boundaries. You define your boundaries, you set them, but you have to make sure you're not guarded. So what do I mean? So you know that if a guy speaks to you in a specific way, you already have in your mind your boundary in your head. So you tell the person, hey, you don't talk to me like that. but you say it in a nice way. No, when I say not being guarded, it's like be assertive but not aggressive. You don't need to be violent to make your point. You can just tell the person, that doesn't work for me, please don't do it. And if the person keeps repeating this behavior, you know that it's time to exit. So make sure you know your boundaries, you have defined them, and you make sure that if the person crosses the line, you go. No, we have nothing to do here. We don't need that. Okay, so before we go to the next point, I wanted to let you know that I have a one-on-one coaching service. So if you are interested in working with me, you can reach out using the link in the description box to my website, and we'll see how we can make it happen. I also have a blog and where I talk about the same kind of subject, but the formatting is different. So you can find all that and give it a try in the description box. Thank you in advance. My next point is you need to communicate your boundaries. So you have define your boundaries, and you're not guarded. So now you need to tell the person, okay, we are dating. You explaining to the person that, me, I don't deal with that. If the person does this, doesn't work for me, I'm out. So you tell them already what you're in for, what you're out for. if we can say something like that. But yeah, you need to communicate your boundaries and let the person know. And so if they crosses the line and they do it many times, you know that they know that this is your boundary. You have communicated, but they didn't respect it. So that's not the right person for you. You can just move on to the next. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So point number 6 is don't back off and reward yourself. So once you have communicated your boundaries, so the person knows that they shouldn't do this or do that, as long as it's fair, don't back off. So the person didn't respect your boundaries, you told them many times, and they still don't respect it. It's time to go. Don't try to negotiate. Don't try to beg. There is nothing to negotiate here. You are clear on what you accept and what you don't accept. If they don't want to respect it, you go and you don't back off. Don't say like, okay, for me, if you talk to me, if you curse me out 2 times, okay, I'm gonna, he did that twice. Okay, I'm gonna wait if he does it like a 3rd time or a 4th time or a sixth time. No. You have told him that doesn't work for me. He hasn't respected it. He showed you that he doesn't care about what is important for you. So now it's time to go. Don't try to give another chance. Just move on, because that's how you learn to settle for abusive relationships. So at the first sign, you have given another chance, but the behavior doesn't change, just go. Because if you stick around in months, maybe this can turn into abuse. You never know. Just leave. And when we know how hard it is for abused women to leave, it's better to just not start it. Okay, and my last point is you matter, you deserve it. Just like I was saying for point number 1, you decide that this matters for you. It's important for you. So You are important. You deserve that somebody stands for you, and that person, that somebody is you actually. So you are the one who is responsible to take care of yourself, to defend yourself, to stand for yourself if somebody doesn't respect you in a relationship. You are the one responsible for leaving the relationship if it's not safe or good for you. So be your own guard. Don't back off. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. You are here for yourself first, and don't forget that you matter. You deserve to be taken care of and protected, and the first person to do that is yourself. Now, if you are too deep in the relationship and the person doesn't take care of you, reach out for support, for help. There are many structures that exist. You can talk to people you trust, and they're gonna help you to get out of a bad situation. Okay, so as a recap, how to stay loyal to yourself when you are in a relationship. So number 1, decide that what you want matter. Number 2, define your value, identify them. Number 3, identify what you want in a man. In other words, make a list. Number 4, set your boundaries, define them when dating without being guarded. Number 5 is communicate your boundaries. Number 6, don't back off and reward yourself. So after you have stood for yourself, reward yourself so your brain knows that every time you defend yourself, it's actually a good thing. And the last point is you matter, you deserve it. Okay, my challenge for you today is define your boundaries. So what is the thing that you cannot accept? Is it when somebody call you out of your name, which should be actually? Is it something else? So define your boundaries. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you like what I do here. And if you have questions and suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. My question for you today is, do you have a way to stay loyal to yourself other than what I have listed here? If so, please share it with us. So that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. In the meantime, I wish you a good week, and I will see you later. Bye.